Hey guys, and welcome back to another Conan Exiles video. Today we are back with the Star Sign builds, the series where we build structures that represent the traits of the traditional zodiac star signs. Today we are building a beach retreat for the Pisces star sign, which is active from February 19th to March 20th. Pisces is a water sign represented by two fish, and they are affectionate, empathetic, wise, and artistic. They're also linked to intelligence and sensitivity, so today we are building a beach retreat as a sort of getaway spot for a Pisces. This build is over in the northwest side of map square 011 on the Isle of Siptar, just on the cusp of a small segment of beach. The requirements are on screen now and it is of course mod free. Do feel free to screenshot these if you need to, and without further ado, let's get started. Begin with this base plate of ceilings held up by pillars. I used insulated wooden pillars as they don't stick through the top of the ceilings. Use Numidian walls to cover the underside of the ceilings and merge the build down into the water below, and then add a small staircase at the front to connect the porch to the shore. Next, the walls. Add a segment of storm glass walls on the left side and regular Numidian walls around the rest of the floor. Build them up one tile high, and then atop the walls add a layer of inward facing Yamatai walls with sloping sides to smooth into the front side segment. Use those same Numidian walls and frontier ceilings to raise the right side 3x3 up by a tile, and then build a simple interior staircase to connect the inside to that raised segment. Add more inverted sloping sides on the extended segments to smooth them out. I initially intended to have a shed style roof over the storm glass segment here, but in the end I didn't like it, so it'll end up just being a simple open gable section instead. For now though, just ignore that side of the build. Build a third layer of Yamatai walls, bring up a staircase and add frontier ceilings to create the first floor. Section off the interior 3x4 area on the first floor with a 1x4 balcony at the front and the back. Raise a simple open gable from the roof. This was where I chose to remove the shed roof over the storm glass section. I just didn't think it looked quite right, but you might like it. Build another simple open gable roof mount over that section, alongside over the extended segments at the front and the back. Use Yamatai roof pieces to follow the flow of the gables and construct the roofs. Add fences to the first floor balconies and inverted sloping sides to support a roof overhang, and then add some windows around the ground floor. At the rear, add a perimeter of ceilings around the extension to match the blueprint, add Yamatai fences to them, and then support them underneath with Yamatai roof pieces. Finally, on the first floor, build real windows overlooking the stairs and use Yamatai fences to section off an area in which you can place stage pieces for what will later be the bedroom. Finally, when the shutter build was done, it was then time to of course furnish. I've lit the exterior gently and added some banners bearing a sea green fish over a blue field to represent the Pisces star sign. I was worried this build would look a little flat, but given that the flattest elements are hidden underwater, I think it turned out alright. Inside the build, things on the ground floor are spacious and comfortable with a focus on relaxation. It's very warm and has a high presence of nature, both through the abundant plant choices and plentiful fish trophies that also tie back in with the sign. Seeing as Pisces is a very sensitive and intuitive sign with a high tendency towards emotions, this build is aimed to provide some respite for a weary Pisces, whilst also embodying those traits into the build. They do have something of an artistic side too, though seeing as my Aquarius build was very focused around art, I didn't want to harp too much on that point again, so the presence of art in this build is fairly subdued. The ground floor itself contains a dining table, a social space, and a small kitchenette too. The rear balcony is quite modest and looks over the northeastern ocean. This space can be used for reading or relaxation, aided greatly by the impressive scenery nearby. The exterior raised segment follows suit with the rear balcony, including a bath, a couple of benches, and not much else, as the main attraction is of course the views. With Pisces being a water sign, building something on the water was an easy choice, but I think a welcoming bath overlooking the vast ocean is the perfect representation of that. Upstairs we reach the bedroom, which is a much smaller space yet still quite cosy. It's very insulated from the exterior with no real window access, though both sides lead to a balcony, with the western side looking more inland towards the rest of Siptar, and the eastern side facing the ocean. There's also some small storage in the bedroom for convenience. And there we have it, a beach retreat built in the spirit of the Pisces star sign. I wasn't too sure how well this would turn out, but I think I did fairly good with this sign. Pisces does share a few traits with Aquarius, and I really wanted to avoid playing too heavily into those as we kinda covered that last time. Nevertheless, I think this beach retreat turned out quite nice. Thank you for watching, and of course a massive thanks to our wonderful esteemed coffee cultists for continuing to support the channel over on Patreon. Next month we've got Aries, the star sign of Nocturnal Moon, who suggested this entire series, so that's a build I'm going to have to nail. If you have suggestions for that one, as always, I'd love to hear them in the comments. Again, thanks for watching, take care, and I'll see you soon.